Here we go!
Hey, what's up, Blue Blurs? This is GamerBlake90, proud chief of the Blue Blurs, here to present to you the 4th episode of my playthrough series for Sonic Colors Ultimate on the PlayStation 4. In our last video, we took a tour through the Starlight Carnival, and I'm sad it's over already! That's not fair! And now, we are gonna be going through the home terrain of... Wait, why is Sonic moving? Oh, my controller was off. Whoops! Sorry about that. But as I was saying, we're gonna be going through the home terrain of the Wisp. It's all in my name even. That is Planet Wisp. Speaking of Wisp, you'll be happy to know that with this video, we will have all of them unlocked for this game. This is because apart from the Spike Wisp that we got coming up in Act 1 of Planet Wisp, there is also the Frenzy Wisp to save at Asteroid Coaster Act 1. And this being a short game, I couldn't really talk myself into sticking with protocol and waiting another 2 videos just to get the last Wisp unlocked. So I was like, you know what? I'll just skip ahead to Asteroid Coaster Act 1, get the Frenzy Wisp, and then come back here and get to work on this video, which brings us to the here and now. Also, I don't know why, but the Spike Wisp is reminding me of a starfish eye from Shadow the Hedgehog, you know, Black Doom's eye. Boy, that's gonna be a playthrough to look forward to, isn't it? But yeah, I hope y'all won't mind me skipping ahead to get the Frenzy Wisp and then continuing this series. I can't imagine anybody having issues with that, honestly. But yeah, guys, here we go with Act 1 of Planet Wisp. And check out this amazing remix they've cooked up for this stage, baby! Woo! This is actually the exclusive soundtrack that is available to those that got the deluxe edition for this game. And let me tell you, it's some hot stuff right here. If there's anything that my musical taste have made clear to me, it's that I have an appreciation for a guitarist that knows how to work a guitar. So it's no surprise that a fairly large portion of the Sonic music library, maybe the whole library even, is among my favorites to listen to. And although it doesn't 100% fit the tone of the stage like the original music does, I really like it, which is weird, I know. But there you have it. I didn't really like the remake of Starlight Carnival all that much, so I understood the effect they were going for, somewhat anyway. And then with Planet Wisp, while I did think the original music works better, the remake is just too godlike to not like at all. I know some of you will agree with that, others will disagree, but hey, it all boils down to personal taste. And really, I feel like nothing was lost here with the remix whatsoever. But yeah, the Spike Wisp right here. I don't know how many of you noticed, but the spin dash was absent for a fairly large portion of modern Sonic games. Other than Sonic Lost World, it was definitely there. And apparently, it's a versatile move in that game, which I really wouldn't know because Lost World isn't exactly among my favorites to play, but I'm gonna be playing through it again at some point for the sake of a playthrough, once I get a much better PC than the one I have now. But yeah, the Spike Wisp gives you back your spin dash, which was absent in a large number of modern Sonic games. I think it may have been present in the Sonic Boom spin-off series, probably? I'm not really sure because I never played them due to my personal dissatisfaction with how Sonic and Knuckles looked in those games. I do think Amy and Tails got a glow-up at least. But yeah, I never touched those games, although I realized that for what I'm trying to go for with this channel, I will have to fix that at some point. So to any of you people that do happen to like the Sonic Boom games, you've got something to look forward to, although I can't guarantee when exactly that will happen. It's not a matter of if, but a matter of when. Anyway, here we are with Planet Wisp Act 1, and there should be the 3rd red ring through this tunnel right here. Dang, took it forever to slide through it, but there you go. You don't in fact need the Spike Wisp just to get it. You gotta hop up there, slide, and there you go. Now, I'm not necessarily attempting a 100% playthrough in this series. That's for a different series. As in the first few episodes, I did not have all the Wisp unlocked, so I couldn't go for it yet. But surprisingly, with repeat playthroughs, I found myself getting S ranked a lot more often, even without getting all the red rings in some cases, which I thought was crazy. Anyway, there is another red ring. That's 4 by now. Wow, I'm picking them up really fast. I mean, with all the Wisp unlocked, we can now get all of the red rings, but there are still some that are doing a pretty good job of evading me. Like, there's one red ring in particular at 6 that I've really been struggling to find, and I'll try to reveal which one that is when we get to that level, but for now, we are at the end of this act. And we got the Spike Wisp here. We're gonna use that to go through this maze of blah. And just to save ourselves some time, we'll go ahead and spin dash, but you do need to be careful with how you use the spin dash while in spike form, because your gauge will drain. Oh my god, I can't talk! Your gauge will drain a lot faster if you use the spin dash, so be mindful of how you use it. And as for how you use it, well, you just use the same input that you would for the boost, and there you go. And funnily enough, they made the spin dash for Classic Sonic work in a similar way in Sonic Generations. Which reminds me, I think the S ranks in this game are somewhat challenging to get, as they are largely dependent on your score, which is really helped by the red rings. But with Sonic Generations, they really lower the difficulty level in getting an S rank. Although you die at all, it's not going to be possible for you to get it, period. So there is that. There's definitely an amount of challenge to both games, but I feel Generation is a lot easier than Color in terms of the S ranks. That's just me, though. Can't wait to play the Sonic Generations as well. There's a lot of Sonic games that I can't wait to show off here for you guys. We are looking to assemble the complete Sonic archive, and even if it takes me years, it's gonna happen. And the beauty about being a Sonic fan is that there's always something new and exciting to check out, whether it's fan-made or otherwise, so it's a good time to be a Sonic fan. Anyway, Planet Wisp Act 2. And oh yeah, I should talk about the cosmetics. For this stage, I had decided to go a mixture of green and purple. You probably can't really see him well because the camera's zoomed out, but Sonic's got the chroma purple shoes, the chroma green gloves, the dark aura that you get by beating rival Rush, and he has, well, I can't show it off yet, but he has the floral boost, which is a multicolored boost that really fits this stage well. Similar to Starlight Carnival, I purposely chose cosmetics that would fit very well with that stage, and I'm keeping to a similar pattern for Planet Wisp. For Aquarium Park and Asteroid Coaster though, those are going to be a little bit more challenging in my opinion, to pick the proper cosmetics for them. Ow! Ow! Oh yeah. Right, this section is highly obnoxious because of these Lakita wannabes. You know, the Lakitas in the Mario Bros. Series that would drop with spinies everywhere? These guys more or less serve an exact, a very similar function. And they are definitely obnoxious to avoid in my opinion. Especially in that particular section, but in others, when you know how to time your boost, you should be able to get around them fairly well. Anyway, I came down here because the second red ring was right there, and we just picked up the Ghost Wisp, which we will use to pass through this wall, grab his park token, and there should be a Spike Wisp here. Yeah, there it is. We're gonna pick that up and zoom up this wall, baby. Oh, yeah. There's that little device right there, you know, that spinning disc, that keeps you from basically going out of bounds with the Spike Wisp, or what constitutes as out of bounds for the Spike Wisp anyway. I know when people hear the term out of bounds, they might be thinking of speedrun glitches that they have seen before, and I more or less probably uncovered one myself in a recent clip I posted on my Twitter about Tropical Resort, where it's in Act, which was it, Act 5 maybe? That I accidentally clipped through a wall by timing my stomp, but Sonic phased right through it. It was like right behind the very first gold ring that you'll find in Tropical Resort Act 5, and the first time that happened I was like, NANI? That's Japanese for what, if you didn't know. Oh yeah, the Frenzy Wisp. Normally, ow, wow, we actually almost missed out on that red ring. Actually, I think we missed out on it, period. And all my rings are gone, no! Oh crap, I tried to phase through a spike ball while it was, flashing because it was about to leave the stage, and then, well, that didn't work out too well. Okay, quick edit there, guys, sorry about that, but we're back to where we left off before that little incident with the Lakitas. And I wound up missing out on the fourth red ring by accident. It's gonna be in this cluster of blocks up here. You gotta jump while in frenzy form to get it, and then there'll be switches that you press to activate staircases, that consists entirely of these platforms right here. And that switch is a little weird because before pressing it, it was already glowing like it had just been activated. And yet, it hadn't actually activated until just now. So that's kind of weird, but ah well. Whew, okay. Managed to figure that one out nicely. What I did was wait for him to drop a spike ball and then boost it right through it, and that was a completely safe route to getting out of there. I don't blame anybody for not liking them though, but this one you'll definitely like because it is packed full of rings, so you just struck gold, man. Yo, that's awesome. Oh, a double tail save. I'll take that. And, the 5th red ring, around here. Isn't there a lower route that you can take? Thought there was. Hopefully I didn't just pass up on it. Maybe you go here. I think it's down here. Oh, come on, please let me be right. Okay, there it is. It's right there. Awesome, awesome, awesome. There we go, and we got it. Problem is, we cannot get out this way because of those platforms up there, so we'll have to backtrack and use the Jade Wisp again, as we'll have to take an upper route to the finish line. Gotta press the switch too, because there is a park token, but I don't need those anymore because prior to making this video, I've unlocked all the cosmetics, the profile icons included. Though I don't really count those as cosmetics, given what we're going for, but you know what I mean, right? I basically collected everything except the red rings, which I still have yet to do. But again, that is going to be for another series to be made another time. Hey yeah, Sonic! There we go. Boosting towards the finish line with all the red rings on hand. There we go. And that should be S rank 2. Boy, you better give it to me. Thank you. Thank you very much. The game knows not to cross me. When I've earned something, I better get what I've earned. There's no tail save too. Not that we really need those. Other than that little screw up from earlier. Actually, I take that back, but tail save didn't activate when I got spiked. But I digress. That should be at 2, I've just realized. I've been recording for a while, though you probably won't be able to tell that much, given all the edits I'll be doing afterward. Like with that little mishap from earlier. Didn't want to make you guys watch me play through the entire level again just to get back to where I left off, so I decided to make things easier on all of us. And now we got Planet Wisp Act 3, and with this music, that reminds me of something I meant to say earlier, but the more I listen to these remixes, the more I distinctly get the impression that the soundtrack of a fighting game series called Tekken might or might not have inspired these remixes, because I definitely get some Tekken vibes just listening to this. Like you gotta, oh shoot! Ah! I missed that red ring up there. You gotta go off that launch pad while boosting to get it. Again, I have to restart so I don't skip over it, sorry. But as I was saying, the remixes here seem to feel partly inspired by the soundtrack that you hear in the Tekken fighting game series. I don't really play Tekken myself, but I do listen to its music regularly, and it's some pretty hot stuff, honestly. You should give it a listen sometime, especially the, I forget what stage it's based on, but I think it was called the Abyss of Time, and it came from Tekken Tag 2. That, along with the main menu theme for Tekken 7, is some pretty good stuff to listen to. I definitely recommend it. Now, back to Act 3 of Planet Wisp. We need a cube with for the occasion. It'll see a lot of use here. You can use it to break down these blocks and change the rings into cubes and vice versa. But for this time, we're not going to need to do that just yet because these blocks are staying solid one way or another, and that's a good thing because when you come over here and take out these egg pawns, you'll uncover what's actually the 4th red ring. We passed by the 3rd one earlier, but with the cube width, we'll be able to get to that in no time. It involves coming down here, breaking past these these blocks, and then going over here, and voila, there it is. And you feel daring, you can do a wall jump up here to get a tail save. Now, this is a little worrisome, but what you'll want to do is take the lower route, as you'll then find another cube width, and a platforming section where you really do need to watch your footing unless you want to end up wasting tail saves. And if you do this right... Oh god, I'm getting really nervous. And if you do this right, you'll get the last red ring and also find the gold ring. And that is that. I was so nervous because the space on which you can stand was so narrow here that I really had to concentrate. That's y'all understand. And that is it. So far, so good. Apart from that little incident in Act 2, this has been a relatively perfect playthrough of Planet Wisp, which I'm really happy about. I really am. I don't typically maintain a perfect streak for this long. I gotta practice up on that. Oh, look at that. 74 out of 180 red rings. That was my phone going off. And wow! We've already unlocked Rival Rush, and we're not even towards Act 4 yet. Well, actually we are now, but you know what I meant. I didn't realize what I said there. That is crazy, though. That's really crazy. I've never unlocked Rival Rush that quickly. I guess all that practice is paying off. But here we are, Act 4 Planet Wisp, and we are straight back to the original music for which Planet Wisp is known. You know, I've always wondered, but you know how Rise of the Wisp is based on Sweet Mountain? As much as I loved how Sweet Mountain looked in that series, why did they choose Sweet Mountain exactly? Why not go with, I don't know, Planet Wisp? Like, give them a name and a theme and whatnot? Wouldn't it have been more fitting? I don't know. Like, I'm not complaining. Sweet Mountain did look really good in my series, as I've already said. But the thing is, you could pick any world from this game to base Rise of the Wisp on, and it would look pretty freaking incredible one way or another. Because that's the upside of Sonic Colors. The stages here are very dazzling to play through, and the music fits so well with each of them that regardless of whatever they chose for Rise of the Wisp, it was set either way. Sonic Colors is such a pretty game, and in some respects, it's even prettier in Ultimate and less so in others. Really depends on what exactly you're looking for here. Oh god, homing attack I do not recommend using here if you can avoid it, because of these moving platforms. They are located directly above death pits. God. And it's also a mistake that it becomes very clear how busted the range of the homing attack is. You could go without meaning to use it, and it would still find a way to rear its head. Suddenly, the absurdity of its homing attack in Smash Bros. Makes perfect sense now that I played this game. But yeah, with the Rocket Wisp, you can come up here to a free fall section if my phone does not stop going off. That's a spam messages, by the way. But if you come up here with the Rocket Wisp, you'll land on these rails, and they'll take you to the last 2 red rings as well as the end of the stage. For those of you that were not aware of that. And also, another thing you might not have been aware of, yo, you see how ridiculously long that homing attack reached? I'm telling you, it's busted. But as I was saying, you might not have remembered this, but in an earlier Sonic official live stream that happened on the official Sonic YouTube channel, there was an occasion where they fired up their stream, but they forgot to change scenes, and as a result, we saw like a brief clip, oh god, I can't talk right now, a brief clip of the tail safe being activated on this very stage, which they were not supposed to show yet. When they realized what happened, they immediately took down the archive, deleted that clip, and then went about their day like nothing happened, like they were supposed to do. But more on that later, we got a cutscene. Something very Eggman-ish about it. Could it be all these machines, Sonic?
Attention guests, if you can hear this message, you are trespassing.
Still under renovation. If you are not a robot, please return to the main park areas and ignore anything evil you might have seen here. Eggman, I really don't know if you're trying to be official or not. You're not even trying to hide the fact that you're plotting something evil with Theme Park, and you're trying to sound official anyway. I respect the effort, but man, that cracked me up. Yo, that dialogue was really sped up though. Did he like talk that fast naturally, or did he use a machine to help him with that? And yeah, the Wisp here looked quite stressed.
Sounds like they're in shock because of
Public transportation and looting.
Oh, wait, scratch that.
Tails, you and your translation errors.
Planet's strange transformation and having been dragged across the universe.
Well, I still can't believe he kidnapped the whole planet. How does somebody do that?
Sonic CD, hello.
Either ice cream or a tractor
And I wish it was ice cream. I could go for a strawberry or chocolate chip cookie dough. Best 2 ice cream flavors in the universe.
Dude, I'd get 2. Now, if everyone will excuse me, I'm going to put a stop to these renovations.
Have fun, Sonic. You're not gonna find that difficult, you know. But okay, with this cutscene, we are left with the last 2 acts of Planet Wisp and then the boss act. And as I was talking about earlier, they took down the clip of a tail save being put to use in Planet Wisp Act 4 because it wasn't supposed to be shown yet. But the game wasn't far off from releasing anyway, so I don't know, I guess they kinda could've let that slide. We already knew tail save was gonna be a thing, so why bother hiding it? And they did show it off officially later on. But by the time they deleted it, the damage was already done because it was already circulating around the Sonic community, because the internet is quick like that. So quick and bad, but Sonic would be proud of them. But I digress. Planet Wisp Act 5, man. Ayo. And this is a little bit worrisome. You got these coin blocks here, or actually ring blocks, because they seem to explode into rings when you break them. Do they? Can't really tell. Also, if you come down here past these coin blocks, you'll find a rocket wisp. Let's see what happens when we use it. Team Rocket's blasting off again! And he'll take you to a free fall section where if you move past these correctly, you'll get the first red ring. Just be careful though, because you touch a spike ball, you'll be knocked clean out of the sky, and that might ruin your efforts. And you drop right down here, and there's a second red ring, just like that. Now, this platforming section can get scary because as you've already seen a Sweet Mountain, these guys can break these blocks just by shooting them, so... Ah, shoot! I went right over that ledge. And now I can't go past it. Like, seriously, this is some baloney! Why does the game wall me out like that? I don't approve at all. And if you're wondering, there was a ring up above us. You know what? I'm gonna get it after I finish this stage. I don't even care anymore. But yeah, there was a third red ring there, and I'll show you how to grab it as soon as I'm finished with this stage. But for now, we're gonna use a Frenzy Wisp. Hopefully, if he'll cooperate. There we go. You actually don't even need him to break these coin blocks, as you could just boost through them. But I'm pretty sure we did not have enough boost left to spare for something like this. Yeah, we definitely didn't. So it was preferable to use a Frenzy Wisp here. And as you've seen, he can break through blocks. Actually, I think nearly all the Wisps can break through blocks. Except for maybe the Ghost Wisp. It's the only one that can't do that because it's not meant to have that sort of functionality, as opposed to just being able to phase through them. Now, you'll come up here, take out these guys, and as you can see, the last red ring is up there. Come on, man, do your thing. Thank you. Now, we'll ascend these stairs to the last red ring. Thank you. And by missing that red ring, we probably miss an S rank. I'm really hoping not. Because there are occasions where you can get an S rank without the need to get all the red rings. Let's see if I'm that lucky though. Probably not. Nope. I got an A rank, which is okay, but nope. Not good enough for me. So, I will be right back. Okay, we're back at this point at Act 5 where I couldn't go back over that caution panel after passing over it earlier. If you do a stomp and come down here, you'll find another rocket wisp that you can use to go to a free fall section, just like from earlier. And in doing so, there it is. You'll pass right by it, but now you gotta go back down to it while not touching these guys at all. And there you have it. That is the third red ring, and you've already seen me pick up the other two, so you know where all of them are already. Alright, man, give me that S ring. Give me that S ring. Come on, man. Gimme, 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 gimme. Come on, you better give it to me. There you go. Alright. I redeemed myself. Haha. So far, so good, people, and now it's time for Act 6 of Planet Wisp. Up until now, we kept a perfect streak, but I'm gonna have to break it for this stage because there is one red ring in particular that I've been unable to find no matter how hard I've tried. I think it's a fourth red ring while I'm thinking about it. And for a while, the same was true of the first red ring also, until I remembered exactly where to find it. Thing is though, it's hidden in an area that's so specific. Almost died there. It's hidden in an area so specific, you have to know exactly where to look, and it's right here, at this pseudo death gap, which is actually gonna take you to a free fall section, and there it is. The first red ring hovering ominously. Ooh, I actually thought we missed that rail in there, because you gotta land exactly on that rail right afterwards to keep that red ring. Although, falling into the Great Soda here, as I like to call the water of Planet Wisp, counts as falling into a death gap, and Tails does not mind going for a swim and pulling you back out of it, though he may need to take a long shower afterward. At least I think that's Great Soda. It could actually be acid. Hopefully not a side effect of Eggman's work here. Either that, or it could be, natural for this planet. Anyway, that's the first red ring. For anybody that's having trouble finding it, you're welcome. I know I was having trouble finding it myself up until recently. And the second one is right here. But you need to be careful because similar to Act 4, there are death gaps right below the moving platform, which are very intimidating to move past. And what's weird here is, you get this warning sign while standing on solid ground, but then it goes away when you're over here, where the warning sign would have been a lot more legitimate. I can't help but wonder if it was misplaced by Blind Squirrel, or if it just meant to signal to you that a platforming section where you could die was coming up. Which, of course it is, but I would think it would serve its purpose a lot better if it were actually used while you were standing in an area where you can die if your platforming isn't on point. That's just me though. Also, but coming up here with Spike Wisp, which you get by going through that tunnel that we passed through just a bit ago, you'll get the third red ring along with a very nice view of Planet Wisp. And speaking of which, I've talked so much about the gameplay here, but I haven't really said much about the stage itself, have I? But, both Planet Wisp and Tropical Resort was seen fairly often, well, all the time rather, in the opening cutscene, and they're among the most breathtaking worlds to play through here. And this being the home habitat of the Wisp, of course it would be a pleasant experience to go through. It feels like what would happen if Sonic Coast met Green Hill Zone, but without all the checkerboard terrain, and well, the results are obvious. What else am I going to say? Oh yeah, the flat top trees here. They kind of remind me of the mushroom trees on the Mushroom Hill Zone, and that mountain stage in Super Mario 64 where you can stand on top of the mushrooms as if they were platforms, which is another use to the famous mushroom power-up for Mario. And there's also a stage in... Actually, I think there's a fairly decent number of stages across the Mario lineup where you can use mushrooms as if they were solid platforms. But yeah, I couldn't help thinking of that while looking at this stage. And this being a former Nintendo exclusive for the Wii and the DS, it wouldn't surprise me if Nintendo had a hand in inspiring this game like it all. But yeah guys, we have gotten S ranks for every act in Planet Wisp, but we were not able to get all the red rings. We did get 29, which is an impressive number nonetheless, but that fourth ring, like I told you, is the one that I simply cannot find. I have no idea where it's at. I can't tell I'm passing right by it, or, well, whatever, but I'm still stumped on that one. Hopefully that won't last much longer. Much like how this boss definitely won't last long, because like with all the bosses, this one is pretty short, even though it's supposedly an upgrade of the Rotator from the Tropical Resort. First though, a cutscene is coming up. And there it is, guys. The Refreshinator. Even dressed for the occasion, just like Sonic. I really wish you could see the cosmetics in the cutscenes, but sadly that's not a thing. It would've been so cool. Much like how they properly remade the cutscenes and just upscaling them. Eggman, I'll give you credit for putting your heart into this.
Eggman, I am going to save this planet, and I am going to free these aliens. No copyright law in the universe is going to stop me.
Alright, no copyright law in the universe is going to stop me. One of the most infamous quotes in the Sonic community. I think it's equal parts liked and hated. I don't really know which side of winning out there. And sure, Sonic, talking to a robot will get you anywhere in terms of reasoning with them. Omega might be an exception, though. But I digress. Here we have the Refreshinator on Planet Wisp, and the premise of this boss is virtually the same as that of Tropical Resort. You gotta attack the guy straight in the center. And yes, there is a Wisp that you can use to your advantage to inflict more damage. In this case, that will be the Spike Wisp, and along with keeping you safe from these lasers, it will do double the damage because you can homing attack with Spike Wisp as well. Watch this, watch this, watch this. As soon as the guy does his work, there we go, look at that. Over into hit, that is what's up. And I honestly got flashbacks to the first boss in Sonic 4 Episode 2. Looking at like how he closed his eye, it kind of reminds me of the boss design from Sylvania Garden, where Eggman used a robot made entirely out of plants. Well, mechanical plants. And it made for an amusing concept of a boss, for sure. But yeah, we just cleaned up the Refreshinator just like that, and that's it for Planet Wisp and this video as well. But we're not going to end off here, obviously, because we have another cutscene coming up, and then I'm going to give you a preview of Aquarium Park, which is the next world we'll be playing through.
Wow, sometimes I even impress myself. For a second there, I wasn't sure I was going to pull it off. We both knew how this would end.
Are you talking to the broken robot?
Tail the same what we're all thinking.
Maybe. That's between me and the robot. See, the important thing here is the alien planet is free.
Absolutely.
So, we can just forget about the whole talking to dead robots thing, right? I knew you'd say that.
Oh, come on. I've seen you save the day a lot of times, but I've never seen you talk to a pile of metal.
I'm fairly sure he has, honestly. Fairly sure he has, knowing the kind of character Sonic is. Just not to this, to this extent, I guess. In any case, time for Aquarium Park. The one world in this game that's 100% made of water, and I actually don't mind it whatsoever because of how the water mechanics work in this game, and Jesus, dude. I can't tell which is the more relaxing world to play through, Planet Wisp or Aquarium Park. They both have area map theme that you could fall asleep to, and I don't mean out of boredom. Matter of fact, whenever I try to go to sleep at night, I use the sound of rainfall to help me with that. But I might need to change tactics and try the area map theme for Planet Wisp, Aquarium Park. I'm gonna have to flip a coin to decide because, yo, listen to this. Oh man. And I've always wondered, did they ever remix the area map theme? Because I don't think they did. They sound virtually the same. If so, that makes them the only piece of music that weren't remixed. Maybe the Game Land music wasn't changed up as well, but I wouldn't know that for sure because I haven't gone and checked that, though I will at some point. Wow. I don't know if these egg ponds are waterproof. Maybe they are waterproof, knowing how innovative Eggman is, and yet he's never innovative enough to beat Sonic, that's for sure. But yo, it looked like they're chilling, and I don't blame them whatsoever. The only thing to not look forward to is the bucket of sushi in this world. Y'all know exactly which cutscene I'm referring to when I say that, right? But yeah, guys, that's it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. It really means the world to me. If you enjoyed what you saw, drop those likes and comments, and also consider subscribing and ringing that bell so you can keep up to date on this playthrough and the rest of my Sonic content. Thank you for watching, and hopefully my gameplay of Planet Wisp helped you out, other than with finding the 4th red ring in the 6th act. If anybody has any tips on that, I would appreciate them, or I'll just go look up a walkthrough myself and see if I can find it. But yeah, guys, that's it for me. I'll see you next time. Take care, and don't forget, blue blurs for life. See y'all.